Okay, I'm curious about this one. It's supposed to involve a strange spoon I found, and exactly what role it takes. Let's check the flavor text about this one. While snooping around the cursed Trastamara estate, Geralt happened on a strange, spoon-like key. Attached to it was a note. The note labeled the strange spoon as the property of the peasantry, knowing far and wide to be the finest tavern in all the Duchy of Toussaint. So that's the item that we got when we were saving that woman who became a monster and is now being nursed back to health back at my estate and doing rather well for herself. And we got a spoon with a key, of all things. I'm curious.
Wipe your boots before you take another step. Don't slurp your food, don't eat with your hands, don't pick your teeth with your knife.
What?
Oh, I'm just jesting. You, sir, clearly were not born in a barn. Welcome to the pheasantry, the best auberge in all the duchy.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My, oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
Alright, we have a lead. First of all, let's check her stock. Just because there's a chance she might sell Gwent cards, we are still on the lookout for the new deck. She does not, as it turns out. Alright, let's try to get a Gwent card out of her the other way then. I'll try to make it quick and try to just see if I can crush her with the tough deck and be on my way with the spoon to business.
I know you're busy, but...
Everyone's always nodding. I don't think they record any dialogue for any of the characters regarding their responses to Gwent. I think by and large it's just like, we'll let Geralt ask this person. And ooh, we got Drew Gaunter for once. Alright, there's no darkness in my hand, so I don't have to worry about wasting that. 2 Scorches. Oh, maybe 2 Scorches won't be too much. The enemy's playing as monsters. And that's the anti-monster card, is the Scorch. A single Blue Stripes Commando is kind of not great. Oh god, 3 Scorches. Okay, that's too many Scorches. What did I draw instead? A Reaver? Okay, that's... I'm not psyched about this hand right now. Alright. Well, if they play a tough monster... the best thing about fighting monsters is that they often have a card disadvantage. Because if they play certain muster cards, they'll draw stuff from their own hand. In some cases, if they had a bad draw. We'll see. Only time will tell if that's the case. Damn it, that's me getting a bad draw. I just played a spy. Oh, cool, I got a spy for my spy at least. But I also, unfortunately, got darkness. Which defeats the purpose of the muster to some extent. Oh wow, I'm actually just continually drawing spies. Okay. That'll help. Meanwhile, they're continually playing muster cards, which is just going to further drain their income here, so... If I can keep this going and throw the first round, I can actually set myself up really nicely to win the round. The game. And if he plays weak enough cards, I could potentially just use Scorch to win this round too if I want. Wow. Those are a lot of 5s and 4s on the field right now. You know what? Maybe I will win this round. Alright. Get rid of the 5s first. Then next we'll get rid of all those 4s. And he'll be down to a very weak hand, despite all the cards he's played so far. Alright, now they're 8s. Gotcha. Oh, they passed. That'll make this surprisingly quick then. Let's see, I need 19. If I play these two together, they'll become 20. Yep, that's all I need. I win with 2 monster cards. Not bad. And that leaves me with a 4-card advantage for the next round. And I'll draw an extra card for winning that round, I believe. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be another spy. They keep one random card on the field, but it's a 1, so who really cares? Ooh! A second powerful catapult card. Alright, they have 5 cards to play. I'm leading, so I don't get that advantage of luring their cards out, but I can play 3 specials. So that helps avoid the situation of him being able to counter me with any Scorches or anything for most of the turns. Crones. Alright. Admittedly, I cannot Scorch those anymore. But I think I have the advantage either way. Just gonna play my 3 specials so they can't counter them. What do you got? Oh. +1 to all. They're not the worst cards, but I'm still keeping ahead right now, and I have plenty more to play in a moment. Alright. There's a special, so he's got 1 more card to play if he doesn't just pass. I have a ton of siege, so obviously I'm going to Warhorn my siege row. It's funny, I play oh, he's just done. I play as a character who specifically counters weather effects. But like early in my playthrough, I constantly encountered weather effects. Now I never see weather effects at all. There we go. I already won, but I just want to keep seeing how much I can win by. Ta-da! 127. 2 Warhorns is no joke. Who should I revive? So many choices! There's some efficiency. Those 2 cards were the only ones in my graveyard. Granted, I played 3 spies, which went to their team. And the effect doesn't affect their spy that went to my graveyard. 100 crowns, and... Ooh, Dreg Bondu. That's the wrong menu. They hide the Gwent deck in this screen for some reason. I'm still not really sure why. The game has its dedicated screen. There's a whole pause menu where you can access every different screen, but for some reason, this one thing, which is also kind of its own form of an inventory, is exclusive to... It's for some reason exclusive to, getting some heroes in there real quick. It's for some reason exclusive to this one. It's in the pause menu of all places. So I've got a few new skills here that I picked up. Not skills, cards. Can be. Summon Avenger. When this card is removed from the battlefield, it summons a powerful new unit card to take its place. Summons an Avenger. Is this an Avenger? It's a Berserker. Transform into a bear when a Maredrome card is in its row. I don't think I have that card yet, though, so I can't turn into a bear yet, can I? Dreg Bondu. Commander's Horn. Use a 2-power cleric. I mean, not cleric, Bard. There we go. Doubles the strength of all cards in the row. It's a siege buff. Not bad. I'll go ahead and just add these kinds of cards to my main deck, just because they're rather... I mean, they are what makes up the deck itself. So as we add cards, we'll have an idea of how well we're doing at approaching that unit card limit of the requirement of 22. Because until I get there, I can't even play this deck. So we'll slowly stack them in there, and once I have enough, I'll try to get the idea of how to play that particular deck. All right, so we're gonna search the cellars, which are somewhere. There's the front door. Does this go down, or is it just out? Answer is out. And just sneak around behind here, no one's gonna be bothered? Alright, cool. Sweet. They're rather accommodating to just let me come down here. Mostly a bunch of pots and whatnot around here. Look for something that a key could go into. Oh, that's rather conspicuous. Oh, there's a chest and 2... mostly nonsense. Ooh, black armor die. Oh, that's my collection. This is a door? It's locked. Alright. Smeagol Lewis Circus's cookbook. That is a very specific reference to Andy Serkis, the actor who plays Gollum / Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Is it gonna be? It's probably gonna be. It's gonna be about fish, right? Book contains hundreds of recipes, but instead of a recipe for Billicourt rabbit, on the last page, there's only a few chaotically written lines. Labioda's weeping wounds. I've scoured dozens of elven manuscripts, and at last I've found it. I know now what the spoon key I purchased at auction unlocks. It is nothing else but the key to the legendary studio of Ramses Gorthon. That's... oh, sure. Okay. The elven priest of the goddess Danamebi, whose culinary masterpieces remain unmatched by even the best of our modern chefs. If I find the ruins of this temple, said to be somewhere in the Beauclair forest, I'll find all his legendary recipes. Not to mention the other priceless treasures this Grandmaster Chef must have kept in the kitchen where he perfected his art. The rest of the page is covered in a large, greasy stain. Gross. So, now we've learned about this. So it's a location for recipes of all things. Given the location, it kind of makes sense. But it's a weird direction to go in. Gorthon. Is Gorthon a reference? I'm trying to think of how many weird references might be in this quest, because we're immediately starting it off with a character that's named Smeagol, of all things. Alright, let's keep an eye out for any more weird Lord of the Rings references as we continue. We've currently got another opportunity to try to explore the distance in a way we haven't before. Also, was he just startled by something? Sorry, I had a weird moment. Let's revisit real quick, ignoring what we're actually here on our way to do. My character says that something's not right. Are those cages? Oh, guarded treasure. Let's keep an eye out. Oh. Now that's a worrying one, is what I would say. Going to casually meditate here for 23 hours directly in front of them, like a sane person would do. This is normal, don't worry. Yep, she's still there. Oh look, my place is done being repaired. Alright, hooded woman, that's a problem. This will be interesting. Just gonna go ahead and use our decoction, get quenned up, because this person's gonna go turn into a teleporting monster soon.
Leave me alone!
Or not?
Leave me alone!
What's your deal? There's a Toussaint color guardsman's armor, a sword, other stuff. Ooh, lots of upgrade items. And a diary. My beloved Seraphina has a lover. I'm not going to rend my garments, curse the gods, or swear vengeance. My Seraphina brims with so much life energy, it was inevitable some would spill over into other canals. It is now up to me to cut off those spillways, vanquish my rival, and hope the walls I erect will prove sufficient to satisfy her vitality and give her life of mutual exuberance. I have already forgiven her. Now I need but meet her bow and remove him from our life. Yesterday I found Seraphina. They hold their trysts at the olive grove. How romantic. When they met, birds flew over the grove, a whole flock, twittering and chirping, as if celebrating the lover's joy, and as if mocking me cruelly. How symbolic. I can see this romance drain my darling wife. Since she began seeing this, her lover, she has become anemic, eternally pale. She wanders the house at night, aimlessly, blindly. She used to be so lively, so radiant, yet now she is listless, apathetic, resigned. I must gather my courage and end their relationship as soon as possible. Sounds like his wife met a vampire and became one herself. That's been happening a lot lately. There's a very vampire-heavy region of the world. We just considering the other vampire victim we found in the cave not too long ago. I, Christophe Degree, despise violence. I shall resolve the matter of my wife's lover pragmatically. I have prepared a full sack of Nilfgaardian florins, one so heavy I can barely lift it. I shall wait for my Seraphina to return from the grove to our residence, and then I shall catch him. Make him an offer he cannot refuse. Saint Lebiota, give me strength. Well, he's dead now, so that didn't work out. So, how'd that work out, huh? Oh, she's a monster. What a surprise. Did not see that coming. Not one bit. Yep, there she goes. She's probably gonna do sonic shockwaves again. Ow. Rude. Excuse me. Oh, she's a regular old Bruxa. No special traits this time. Alright. Hey, lady. Burn for me. Burn for me. Oh. She's getting all teleporty again. Ow. Whoa. I went for a trip on that time. I went for a damn trip. I should probably be quenting myself right now. Nope, that went pretty smoothly. That damn vocal attack they do is it's just so unnerving. All right, blue mutagen. That's very welcome. There also seems to be a corpse over here. Letter from a lover. My darling girl, I cannot wait until we meet again. My nights are restless, my head full of thoughts of you and only you. If someone had told me but a few months prior such a virile and burning passion would bind me to another woman, I would have laughed at her face. But now my only desire is to be close to you. Kristoff is beginning to suspect something, yet I have hope my reassurances will quell his worries. I would not like to hurt him, if possible. He is a good man, warm-hearted and honest, but the fire which once burned between us has extinguished. I know you understand this, and am delighted I can be honest with you. Till we meet again. It cannot be too soon. Please. Zemina. Take care. Yours, lovingly, devotingly, undyingly, Seraphina. Oh my god, everything's bloomed out right now. Is that a... Am I sick? Look at the god rays we're having right now. That's intense. There's a wallpaper, if I could hide the interface or something. So, for reference, we're roughly over here. So, down here is the Hans I took out. And up here, I believe, is, yeah, the Coronado Vineyard. We were there recently. Going around in this area. There's a trading post. I think that's where we did the Pokemon Snap quest, if I remember correctly. That might have been elsewhere. No, that was this cave over here. Never mind. But we're up in the north area, the largely unexplored part of the map. And I'm just slowly making my way along here. And oh, no, we're still glowing like crazy. I went along this path specifically because, I got it. Oh, I vibrated again. Weird. I was going along the path, just along that road towards my goal, and my controller vibrated, and suddenly, Geralt said something's wrong. So that was his medallion, just stumbling us upon a interesting little side thing. Is this also something? No, that is just a deer. Unless the deer is secretly a shape-shifting vampire. Ooh. It could be that'd be really strange, honestly. But you know what? Everything's a vampire here. Everyone loves a vampire. Everyone's getting killed by a vampire. The trees are vampires. My horse is a vampire. Now I'm just thinking about supernatural horses. There's a movie called The Brothers Grimm. I don't remember anything that happened in it, but I remember the one specific scene where a fucking horse steals a child by shooting spiderwebs out of its mouth and grabbing it like he's Spider-Man, and then he swallows the child whole. A horse shoots webbing out of its mouth and swallows a child whole. Movies are weird sometimes, damn it. Alright, so here we are. This is supposed to be the big special place. Let's take a look inside, huh? That's not a torch. Always forget to switch back sometimes. There we go. Can I just get right in? Sure can. That's where my key comes in handy, apparently. Get that Quen. There we go. I'll be ready to igni the moment I see something that can be ignited. Doesn't seem like they can be, though. Multiple recipes, 6 rubies, 10 diamonds, 4 spoons, mugs, demeridium. Ooh, crafting items, nice. Blue to green mutagen transmuter. Crayfish boil recipe. Honey spice cake recipe. Recipe for étoile blanche. Crayfish bowl. 1 full net of crayfish, salt, pepper, bay leaf, dill. That's a really simple recipe. Boil water in large pot, add salt, pepper, and bay leaf, chop dill, and add blah blah blah. Best served with a warm with a dry white wine. They're cooking recipes. If there even is a joke hidden away in them, I probably wouldn't be able to pick it out. And there's a supply of wine in here. Ooh, there's alkahest in there too. I should just grab all these because this is like a free supply of potential alchemy ingredients, even if I don't currently have an idea of what they're for. Weird stuff shows up, like venom extract being a vital, mandatory part of one of the for the process of me making my griffin gear, for example. I think that's all we're gonna get here, though. Huh. Interestingly enough, the detour involving the oh, that's a bad sound. Interestingly enough, the detour was more interesting than the main quest to some extent. Hi? Whoa. Are you the... Maybe this is the, Are you the person who Spoontaneous was? You're attacking me for gutting your recipes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but also not the most sorry, honestly. My sorry varies wildly from day to day. You're surprisingly flammable for a ghost. Has anyone told you that? Ow, pain. Ow, pain. Action. What action could I possibly be doing that's not allowed during combat with a ghost? I desperately need to Quentin. Oh, skeleton. Hi. Nice of you to show up. You just take this guy out real quick before the skeletons become much of a problem. Got him. Alright, skeleton, where you at? Hey! Good supplies. It was just a banshee. The same type we encountered in previous ruins. Don't know if it has any relevance to what's going on around me right here. But hey, picked a fight, so I took it out. And I politely held my torch the entire time to light its way to the afterlife. Or, in this case, perhaps the afterlife. The afterlife after party. Can I platform across these? Seems unreasonable. Yeah, that's really far away. Never mind. Is there even a map over there? For all I know, halfway across this water, I'm at the boundary of... Yeah... That's probably the boundary of the world. I probably can't cross this water. That'd be one of the more natural ways of stopping me from leaving the map, at least. I don't know, maybe we'll find out that I'm supposed to go over there at some point. But it looks... Yeah, I would say that the other side of the water over there looks rather undetailed at the moment. Stop taking the torch back out. We're done with it. It's okay. The sky. It's so bright right now. Oh, I guess it is 9:40 a.m. on a clear day. That'll do it. Alright, well, spoon mystery solved. And also another vampire mystery solved. I should check upstairs. What are you freaking out about? Calm down. I should check upstairs because there might be a place of power. They're Elven ruins after all. My controller keeps vibrating, so something around here matters. Hop. Ooh, what are you? Ooh, blue to red. Okay. Getting more mutagen transfer recipes. Oh. I'm hearing weird beast noises too. Not much going on up here. How about the beast? Where's that sound coming from? They're over there. Could just be panthers, which is rather not noteworthy for me. Nope, not much else going on here, just the chest. Up. There we go. Don't want to fall down. I think that's all that place has in store for me. Are they approaching me right now? What are they? They're close enough that I think they're... Oh, they're just wolves. Okay. Come here, Roach. Let's get on out of here. I think we're done. Well, let's have a look. We're supposed to have renovations here at Corvo Bianco. Let's see if I can recognize the change. Okay, that seems rather noteworthy. Everything's very clean and glowy in here now. I seem to remember it being a lot more brown last time I was here. Yeah, there's a lot more armor stands too.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed, and I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you'll wish to see.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
Alright, let's take a look. Optional. Search the cellar. The concept of there being an optional quest is weird when we're already in an optional quest. It's like, this is the optional objective of the optional quest in the optional DLC at the optional part of the game. It's like, I could do whatever I want. I know that. You don't need to tell me.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think.
Why, yes, I think so too. Goodbye, wall. Hello, Quen. Oh. That looks useful for witchers.
The laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Anything new to learn from this stuff? Oh, that's just a straight up alchemy table. Whoa, what's this say? Alchemy laboratory. In the lab, you can perform you can transform mutagens taken from monsters into their basic versions. For example, you can turn a wraith mutagen into a lesser green mutagen. You can upgrade basic mutagens into their more powerful versions using the alchemy panel. If you find the right formula, you can also change mutagen colors, which we got a hint of before. Alright, so I can turn this giant pile of wraith mutagens, for example, into greens. Okay. Could come in handy, because I often have a giant pile of the same mutagen repeating over and over again from how many times I've defeated that monster, and it often doesn't really come up into specific situations that are useful, but if I turn them into a bunch of lessers, I could then upgrade them to the higher versions. It's like playing Diablo 2 and getting access to a whole bunch of chipped gems and being able to combine them to keep getting higher ranked gems. The more low-level ones I get, the more chance I get to the higher ones, so this is directly useful for taking care of stuff that might not be usable at the moment, but would help me gain access to the kind of stuff we need for the current leveling system that they added in this expansion. Oh. Just got some alcohest. What's this thing do? Oh. Bombs and potions have gained an additional charge. Interesting. Yeah, that's a 6th superior swallow. Interesting. We got a buff. Julius Ban Gave's letter. To whomsoever finds this letter, my name is Julius Ban Gave, and if you are reading these words, I am surely long dead. As befits one of my station and familial connections, I was sent to study at Ballard, the famed school for mages, yet I was never to complete those studies. For the entire duration of my life, magic held but a weak hold over my soul, ravished by a passion for organic alchemy. It was to the most wondrous of sciences I dedicated the most beautiful years of my life, and the table beside you now most surely stands, is the fruit of my labor of love. If you are a fellow lover of alchemy, I hazard a guess you will be filled with rapture to behold my discovery. If, however, that marvelous science is unknown to you, please heed my advice. Drop this letter, step away from the table, and never return. The practice of alchemy by amateurs can lead to injury and even death. If you did not drop this letter, and are after the last paragraph, you are no stranger to alchemy. Thus, I shall now reveal to you, in a few brief words, the fundamentals of the alchemy table I designed. Leaving aside all unnecessary detail, my chief discovery consisted of a formula and tools allowing for the transmutation of mutagens taken from monsters into mutagens of the more common sort. I know this sounds highly unlikely, but I have proven with utmost certainty that it is possible. The workings of this transmutation are simple. one must simply make use of the table which I designed. As an expert in the arcane sort of alchemy, you certainly already know your way around such devices. If you are an amateur, a member of the Holy Poly who has by accident wandered into this abandoned place, back away lest your ignorance do you grievous harm. If you are surely asking yourself why I hid my discovery away from the world, why I did not share my formula with the community of alchemists, well, let us say I have forever been regarded as eccentric, aloof, and I have always believed it is pure chance and not men themselves that determine destiny. Furthermore, I have never sired offspring and have no desire to entrust my opus to a mere acquaintance. I thus concluded the best solution was to hide my table and trust that chance will, if my theory is correct, bring a man here who shall know how to make use of it, whom it shall delight, and whom it shall prove of great use. Whether I am right or wrong, time will tell. Use my gift wisely and fare you well. Julius Bangave, Alchemist. So the table's mine. It's its life work, and it's just in this random place. Is that his body? Probably not. I mean, he can't. If this was a secret to everybody, he couldn't really die and then impale himself on a stick to preserve the body. So that's just some body. Weird how it has one gauntlet and a cap on it. That almost feels like it'd be a reference to something. Well, this has been a development. Let's head back up. So we have a way of increasing our charges in particular. Everything else is stuff I already had access to. Let's head back to the surface and talk about future renovations to this location.
Diddly snaps. My back ache.
Hello, sir. Miss me?
BB, know anything about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy?
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But I understand that to a witcher this must be a very intriguing find.
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff though. Got dragon glass vials and flasks, stills, sublimators, vengerometers.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Just saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in alchemy. Brewing a concoction with this stuff versus doing it over an open fire? Well, there's no comparison.
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Starting to get into this whole renovating thing. There must be other things we can improve.
What a splendidly wise idea. Now that the general refurbishment is done, why not see to the grounds? Perhaps renovate the stables, or return Madame Boleus's garden to its former verdancy?
So, sometimes I have to brew a potion, but I can't find the herbs I need growing anywhere nearby.
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina, Monsieur Boleus's wife, seems the ideal place to cultivate herbs. In fact, it's roomy enough to plant shrubbery.
Good idea, Barnabas Basil. Herbs there will save me hours of painstaking searching and harvesting.
The idea is yours, sir. I am but the humble executor of your will. I believe we shall have sown the first seeds in 2 days' time. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
You know, Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I finally got a decent place to stay, I think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word, and I'll have them start working on it at once.
My Roach deserves the best. Have them refurbish the stables.
I shall get to work at once. Yet finding workmen and completing construction takes time, though likely no more than 2 days. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin I could make the house more functional.
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might begin to consider such things as a new bed, or additional armor stands, or weapon racks. Also, some new furnishings and a fresh coat of paint on the walls would do much to improve the guest quarters.
Was wondering about the guest room. Not that I'm expecting company, but...
Oh, but that is immaterial. All self-respecting homes should boast a comfortable guest room. What if someone were to drop by unannounced?
Yeah, sooner we start on that the better.
I can tell a man of action immediately. I'll see to it myself. The room shall be ready in 2 days, in my opinion. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Thinking about buying a comfortable bed. Always wanted one.
Excellent idea. In your profession, rest is supremely important. But say the word, and I shall order you a bed from the carpenters who craft comfort for the court.
Great. Order me a fine bed, please. Think I deserve one at my age.
True indeed, true indeed. I shall send a runner at once. The bet will be in place by this time tomorrow. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
Nice. So we're gonna have access to a vitality bonus, which is nice to have. Our horse is gonna be able to run further without getting exhausted. I'll have a supply of herbs coming in. These are all actually decent bonuses to have. Hello, random person that always talks when I walk nearby. It's a nice touch. Between the secondary leveling system and Corvo Bianco, they've actually added useful things to spend your money and your mutagens on. Because up until now, I don't know, just you had a point where you don't necessarily have much more to do with your progression at a point. Like you just have a mountain. I entered the main game with just a mountain of money, and I could technically keep leveling up, but I couldn't spend those levels on anything. She is just walking in circles, isn't she? This game's fantastic and ambitious and accomplishes so much, but the seams show at times.
Monsters are your catnip.